What is up, party people? Happy Tuesday. Short week. I love it. More of these. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you ate, drank, and were merry.
All of it.
It was nice, man. I have had too much turkey over the last week, though. I got to be honest. I think I'm at 12 sandwiches. Put them away, man.
That's a lot of tryptophan, dude.
It is. It is. I took a lot of naps. You know what? It was nice, man. Not covering anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I mean, if the world was coming to an end, obviously, enough people would text me and go, dude, are you paying attention? But I said, it better be good if you're texting me for something.
Yeah, I'll just look for the fire on the horizon.
That's it. I watched football. Outside of seeing Bell, I mean, we went shopping a couple of days. I didn't do anything.
Good for you, brother.
And where were you that it was so picturesque?
Ooh, boy, we were in a house that my in-laws, some friends of my in-laws in North Carolina own. They weren't using it, and so they said we could meet up there. It's kind of an in-between there between Charlotte and Nashville. However, it was only a 2-hour drive for them. It was a 5-hour drive for us. But a place called Piney Creek, North Carolina. Piney Creek. And hung out there, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, came home on Saturday. Oh. And I tell you what, Brother Chad, I sure was glad I was going westbound on 40 instead of eastbound on 40 because, dude, I mean, once we hit Knoxville, of course, you had game day traffic because Vandy and Tennessee.
Vandy!
That was a 10.
Drop the anchor.
Yes, they did. That was a 10-mile backup. That was backed up beyond the 75 interchange there with 40. But then 3 other times, by the time we got to 840 to head to Murfreesboro, there were miles-long backups on eastbound 40, man. I don't know how anybody got anywhere.
What? That was Saturday?
That was Saturday.
My God. Could you imagine what Sunday and Monday were like?
That's what I was telling my wife. I said, good thing we went home today.
It was just... the traffic in some areas were so insane. I'm like, this is why I don't do anything.
Yeah.
This is there is nothing says, hey, let's go on vacation. We'll hurry up and be stressed out everywhere we go. We'll fight with everybody, hang out with people that we don't normally see, and fight over crap like politics. And then when all's said and done, we'll get back in the car and we'll fight all the other people going home.
Yeah.
So that way I get home in time to go back to my job.
Yeah. I mean... Dude, I was up early Sunday morning. Flipped on the news, and, I mean, it goes straight to an airport, one of the ones, I think it was Chicago's O'Hare. And they're talking to people who said, well, we had a flight for 9 o'clock this morning that has now been pushed off until 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Well, and then because the weather.
Yes.
I mean, it is like even today, I took the dogs out this morning. It was like 27 degrees. And you were laughing at me because I go, you're wearing jeans. And you looked at me because I'm in shorts.
You're in shorts, dude. It's December.
It is. You said there was going to be air conditioning at Thanksgiving.
I said there might be.
You said there might be some swamp ass around, and there was none. There was none. Instead, it was frozen dingleberries. Man, it was, I was just so relaxed.
That's good, Brother Chad.
You know what? The fighting, all the yelling. What are we doing this for? Oh, goodness me. Let's just eat turkey. Had Belle over to the house.
Yeah. I tuned it all out too, man.
I told him, don't steal anything, Belle.
Yeah, don't.
So, he was like, he comes over. So my wife went and got him dark tequila.
Yeah.
It's got this big thing. So we go to Costco. And, when you go to the Costco's, they have that, like, alcohol thing right there, usually next to it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was part of Costco. It's not. They're their own separate thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we didn't know that. So we go in there. My wife buys him this dark tequila, and she pours him. He thought it was just going to be a drink. It was like, he's like, whoa. Luckily, he took a lift. But... She gave him all this food to take home and the tequila and said, and he's like, what am I going to do with this? She goes, nobody here drinks tequila. We got this for you.
Yeah.
So my assumption is he is writhing around at his house, drinking tequila and playing games.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. That's his vacation. He's off this week. We got King Louie in all week long. So this will be an interesting week because it's election day.
It's election day, Brother Chad. So far, the weather is not a factor, according to the Secretary of State's office, which says voter interest is strong and turnout is strong, too.
Man, they have made Afton a household name now. From what I understand, been told to me Afton will be in studio at 2 o'clock. I believe so.
Interesting.
So we should have Afton here. I know Matt was on earlier. Matt Van Epps was on earlier with Chris.
Yeah.
Look, do I think that he is going to win? Yeah, I do. Do I think it could be much closer than a lot of people think? Too close to call. Definitely, if you turned on the television this weekend, she was everywhere. You know who wasn't? Matt. You couldn't find Matt anywhere outside of the football game, which, by the way, I was watching my friends earlier at Breaking Points. They played a break that happened, but, I guess the Jaguars were home this weekend getting beat by the Jags were here beating Tennessee.
Yeah.
They played a commercial break where it was 4 straight commercials of it went from Afton to Van Epps to Afton to Van Epps and then back into the game.
Yes. Yeah. One commercial that's pro-Afton, It showed her in good light. The anti-Afton, it showed her in dark light. And vice versa with Van Epps.
Yeah. It's just.
It was cracking me up.
I was sitting there going, oh, my God, I'm just over this. And I'm sure they are, too. Let's be real. But look, they elevated her in a major way. It reminded me of what they did to Katie Hobbs in Arizona, which was she was the Secretary of State in charge of the election after 2020. It became a big deal. She was on every single television show you could think of. And she went from being relatively nobody thought had any chance, wasn't even thinking about running for governor, to governor because she had, gotten to the point where she was so name recognition statewide.
Well,
was huge.
And it's interesting, too, because Afton's own party really wasn't working on elevating her.
No.
I mean, none of her opponents, Democratic opponents, have come forward to endorse her.
No. And I don't think did anybody come endorse Van Epps? I think Matt just tweeted out he didn't hear much from some of the other people out there.
Well, he had a whole bunch of them out running around with him yesterday.
But it was, no, it's been a national thing. The last week or so, there's been $1.2 million for the Republicans, or Democrats, and 1.1 for the Republicans spent here. Just this last week in ads.
Yeah.
And like you said, it seems like it seemed like the national side of things took over for the local side and said, this is no longer your problem. This is our issue. And we're going to take care of it. So, I mean, do I think? Look, anything can happen. I don't know what the numbers are going to look like. Early voting kind of said it was a push.
Yeah, I think I heard Jones say 80,000 some odd votes cast in early voting.
Yeah.
And I don't know what percentage that is of the voter population in these counties.
No.
So,
but
that's a lot of votes.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a lot of votes. It is but again, what does today look like? I know they said it's hot and it's things are going well and people are showing up.
It's strong.
We'll see tonight. We'll see tonight. And again, she has been in the spotlight everywhere, and Matt hasn't. I mean, he really hasn't. It feels like it's been more about her and the Republicans going after her than it has been about, Van Epps. Because, look, we know who he is. Again, I had him on. He's a nice guy. Somebody just said, so you had Afton on twice and Matt on once. By the way, we've asked Matt to come on 50 occasions. He made it once. So settle your ass down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Brother Chad would turn anybody down.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you are willing to talk to anybody at any time, and it doesn't matter how many times.
Yeah, and it took a lot to get him on that time. Even today, Chris had him on the phone. I mean, it takes a lot to get everybody here, and not everybody takes it up. Because, look, during we had Gino on, we had Jody Barrett on, but those are the only two that came on in the primary. We asked Matt Van Epps to come on like 10 times. He refused to, okay? So when people say you have her on, you know why? Because she'll come on. Yeah. I don't care who you are, but I'm going to ask you, If you don't come on, that's you. Who knows? Maybe we get Matt to call in a little bit later. I'm totally fine with that. But I can only do what I can do. And I think people need to recognize that. And everybody, look, I still think he's going to win. It's the margin that people are looking at today. Because if it's a close margin, that's, by the way, if she was to win, and again, anything is possible.
That'd be something, man.
But if she was to win, the amount of Republicans that would start retiring tomorrow would be massive. And if you think I'm kidding, there's already talks, upwards of 30 to 40 are thinking about, I don't know if I want to get beat next year or primaried. And if this was to happen, I mean, you would see a flood of them, because what would they be thinking? If a Republican can't win with Trump endorsing in a plus 22 in Tennessee, good luck elsewhere. Oh, my Lord. It's going to be interesting, though. I wonder how big the turnout is actually going to be.
I don't know. I mean, they say special elections tend to be kind of light.
Well, like you said, it's the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
People are traveling. I've had some people say, I'm not really one of those. I'm not bothered by any of those, this one. I'm like, I get, it's interesting. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. It could be a massive turnout today, and the Republicans could boat race. It could be way closer than people think, and the Democrats surprise. I think we'll find out tonight. I don't think it's going to be, several weeks. If it's really close, that sends a message. Hey, we got to talk about affordability. We do. And that's the number one thing always. When you and I talk about it, Ken, it's affordability.
That's all that matters.
That is. It is. I mean, this weekend, even watching people out, I was talking to some people. We went out shopping, did some stuff. The reality is people are worried. They're not spending the same amount of money. They're playing it a little close to the vest this year. They're going to get a fewer things that means a little bit more, but they're not going to spend as freely as they have in the past. And and Gallup's got a new poll we're going to go over a little bit later, too. All right, coming up, it is Tuesday. We do Hot Take Tuesday, which is going to be awesome. By the way, just to let you know, Ken, I am done writing the script.
Yeah.
For our Christmas extravaganza.
All right.
So we will be putting out a call in the next day or two for auditions for parts. So be prepared for that, and we'll tell you guys how to do that. So be prepared for the audition, because it's going to be a full 20-minute extravaganza of fun.
I want to be the guy who says, I don't know about this, fellas.
Always. It's a radio play, man. You might do 12 parts, all right? So just deal with it. So it'll be a lot of fun. And we got Hot Take Tuesday coming up.
Hot Take Tuesday, baby.
Remember, the Hot Take is non-political, okay? Anything but politics.
And we got Brother Louie in with us today,
Louie.
too.
What's happening, man?
What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How was y'all Thanksgiving?
You got a cold, man? You sound like you had a cold, or your voice just that cool.
I'm getting over it.
Getting over it,
yeah.
Your voice just that cool.
His voice still sounds cool.
Yeah. What's that, Anna, you guys doing there? What's going on? Like, you'll never know, little Lou Rawls, you'll never find. But a lot of good stuff. So Hot Take Tuesday, get your hot takes in on the text line. Bunch of good stuff coming up. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, happy Tuesday. Every Tuesday we do the thing where you have a little hot take. We throw out a hot take, and you guys, you run with it. We have a little bit of fun, and it has nothing to do with politics, right? There's enough hot takes in the world of politics, okay? There is. And we enjoy doing this. So sit back, relax, or give us your hot take, either or. It's coming at you. Oh, Louie, I need the sound. Here we go. Ready, Louie? Tell me when. Hot take Tuesday. Oh, hot
That's
take.
the best bumper in the world
Hot
right
take
there.
Tuesday.
Hot take, baby, hot take.
All right, Ken, what you got for us in your hot take today?
Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is a hostage situation disguised as a song. It doesn't matter if you like it. You're going to hear it.
You know what? I don't know how you can do that.
You can't go without hearing that song, man.
You can't, dude. All I Want for Christmas is... I've already heard it 10 times.
I can't believe we haven't played it on this talk station.
Well, we will. Don't you worry about it.
I mean, I wonder how much money she makes off that song.
If I'm correct, and the last year I looked, she makes $3 to $5 million a year off of it.
Way to go, Mariah Carey.
That's it. Man, you need one, kids. We tell you guys this. You need one, and you got to base it around a holiday that people care about.
Yes, sir.
Halloween, absolutely. Christmas, yeah. Nope. 4th of July, yes. If you've got something, like proud to be an American. I mean, Lee Greenwood's rant. I mean, outside of that, you're not doing one for Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Valentine's Day, the problem is there's always love songs every year, right? But it's not the same, right? Because it's a day.
Yeah.
The thing is with the thing, like Halloween and Christmas is a season, right? So you could, especially Christmas, you got 30-plus days. Because I heard, even before Thanksgiving, I heard the Christmas channel jamming it out here. So, which is amazing. All right, Louis, do you got a hot take today, man? I know you're running behind. You want to do it next hour?
Yeah, let's do it next hour.
All right, Louis is a little running behind today.
Actually, no, we can do it.
Okay, what's your hot take, man? Throw it at me.
I think women who don't allow their child to see their fathers should go to jail.
Oh, God, yes.
Yes,
110%, 100 gazillion percent.
I just think that it's like any other crime. You're stealing time away from this man from seeing his kids for whatever the reason is. It can be because he's moved on, or you're just mad at him because he's not doing what you want him to do. But at the same time, I'm speaking from a personal experience. Like, I got a friend who's going through this situation right now, and I think it's just really sad, especially around these times too, the holidays and everything.
Yes,
like,
sir.
I feel like this is the time where kids should be around both their parents.
Yes. And go look at statistics, guys. And the statistics that women don't want to hear, I'll throw it out there. If a kid grows up in a home where there's just a mother, the chances that kid going to jail are tremendous. If they grow up with just a father, it is the same as growing up with both parents in the house. That is how the discipline side of it works, and it's also just a certain thing that you know what? We have devalued men, and men, we've allowed this to happen. And men, some of you have shirked your responsibilities. And that's the truth. You thought it was too easy. You wanted to be weekend dad. Fight for that. Telling you guys right now, fight for that. My hot take is 3 days. That's as far as you can go with leftovers for turkey. 3 days. Look, I love turkey, but I don't care if I never see turkey again until next Thanksgiving. I loved it. It was great. My wife's like, we have leftovers. I said, no, we don't.
There's no juice in that turkey left after 3 days.
There's only so much
Exactly
mayonnaise.
my
Warmed it up.
thinking.
You didn't put it back in the refrigerator. Took it out the next day. Warmed it up again. There's no juice left. Throw it away.
There's only so
Throw
much
it
mayonnaise
away.
I could put on something, guys. As much as I love mayonnaise. Oh, by the way, Belle got to see the mayonnaise sandwich the other day. That's what my daughter had for her. 3 days, right? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, you throw that crap away.
There's not enough mayonnaise you can put on
There
it.
isn't. There is. It was like eating cardboard after a while.
Especially if it's white meat.
Yes. Yes.
The breast is already dry.
Oh, it's just there's only so much you can have. 3 days is it. So I'm just letting you guys know that. And I don't ever want to see turkey again until next Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a hot take.
That is a hot take. All right, coming up, more on the big, giant race happening here. Also, very interesting, the Oxford Word of the Year. We will talk about that as well, among other things. You missed the show. Shame on you, grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Down, now. It's election day. You know, it's funny because everybody knows what, I think. So that's all that matters. You're going to side with Afton. No, we've talked about this. Like 90+% of the stuff that she believes in, it's not my jam. The difference is I don't hate her. That's the difference right there. I don't hate her. Okay? I don't hate that where a lot of you have a visceral reaction. You have a disdain for her. And don't fall into the rage bait. Which, by the way, is the Oxford word of the year is rage bait, which is, it's funny because you sit there and go, really, rage bait? Yeah, but if you think about it, we live in a world of nothing but rage bait. That's it. I mean, you can go online, and how many times I've told you guys how easy it is to go on, find, like, when we do stuff with our two girls, Kylie and Jess, right, who they put out their insane stuff, and we laugh. That's rage bait. Because I know you're going to get a reaction out of it. Now, we're having fun with it. We're not reacting to it in a real way, right? Like, but it's rage bait. It's what it is. They're looking to get a reaction out of you.
The Oxford word of the year for 2025. You know what it is? Rage bait. Online content deliberately designed to elicit anger or outrage. And this is the part that kills me. In order to increase traffic or engagement. Man, we're not even hiding it anymore. Why did they pick this word? Use of it tripled this year. And it seems to be a fundamental aspect of dominant culture.
Yeah, rage bait. If I can get you to react to something, it's about emotions. If I can get you to react to something, that's a win for me. That's what politicians do. Politicians, they've stopped the nuance. They stopped the conversations. It's how can I get you pissed and angry at the other side, even if it's not based in any reality whatsoever. And again, it's okay to be angry at times in certain things, but it's the way that it happens and what it's used for. Because we no longer care about solutions. I care about distractions.
Rage bait. I don't know which part of this compound noun bothers me more. That social media algorithms look for and feed to us the worst part of our political diet, or that we so eagerly gobble it up and reward anyone who pitches this poison. People who are developing platforms on social media, if you see them popping up, they are doing exactly this. This is what made the right righteous on social media, okay? They have been dominant there for a while. The left is catching up, and they're doing it the same way.
Absolutely. Man, the rage thing is so real. It's one of the reasons I don't go on, like, I go on Insta and I'll go on YouTube and I'll post stuff, but I don't go on Twitter much because Twitter lives in a world, especially for politics, of rage bait. I mean, they live there for rage bait. Just the screaming, the yelling, the hot take that is, and the problem is, so much of it's us because we're the ones who eat it up. We're the ones who like it, share it, engage in it. It's crazy how easy it is to get people pissed off. I mentioned Afton that she was going to come on. The amount of texts that I got of angry, pissed off people, why don't you do this? You're a loser just like her, blah, and it made me laugh. I'm like, she could have been coming on here today to talk about why she thinks Nashville needs a baseball team. Wouldn't it? We know why she's coming on, but it still didn't matter. It was like immediately to the anger. Don't fall into the trap.
Tell yourselves what you want. Feel any way you want about it. Nobody on the left was raised with more deep roots in the Democratic Party than I was, and I'm telling you, you're doing what you say you oppose. It's rage bait all day, okay? And everyone doing it knows it makes everything worse except one thing, their bank accounts. The irony, one of the main avenues of rage bait is what? Making people hate elites, the privileged, the insiders. What's it all code for? Rich. But at the same time, those people who are trying to make you hate those people are using these tactics to get rich. That's why on the left and the right, you see more and more people trying to cash in on driving the rest of us crazy. Scroll through your feed. Affordability, healthcare ideas, price fixing. Why aren't those things trending?
Because those are things that you have to deal with, and those are problems that you have to solve. And to solve a problem, you have to come together, and you have to make some sort of compromise. And in the world of compromise, we don't like that because now we allow the extremes to control every conversation because we think, well, they're the ones. No, they're not. It's a nightmare. It is. And by the way, the rage bait thing, it plays well on the internet. They don't let any of those people get close to like the Ways and Means Committee, which is the most powerful committee. I could reach out like 10 names. People go, I have no idea who those people are. No, you wouldn't, because they're the ones who have to go behind closed doors and actually handle business, as opposed to coming, what's going to get me on Fox? What's going to get me on CNN? What's going to get me on, News Nation? What's going to get me on any of these things? What's going to get my insane quote that I'm about to say here to go viral? You know what doesn't go viral? Nice things, very rarely, unless it's a kitty. Kitties go viral a lot because they're nice. Weird AI stuff goes viral a lot now, too. But rage bait, man, we got to stop this.
Because what works is not solving. What works is exploiting problems. Look at what's trending. Again, the proof is there for all of us to see. This isn't hidden. The president's MRI results. I want to show them. How Hegseth sucks for the boat strikes. Why Stephen Miller is a Nazi, according to some rage bait podcast. Chanting, globalize the Intifada at the site of the Boston Marathon bombing. Trump pardoning the latest bad guy, the Honduran drug lord. At the same time, we're going to go after Venezuela for drugs. Why? All of these topics are designed to piss you off. They are all heat, no light. And look, I know depending on your side, you're saying, well, hold on, I agree with some of it, but not that. What Trump did is or on the other side, oh, no, wait, hold on a second. But that one is really bad. That's the left. I know, because you have been trained to believe that whatever is good for your side is good, and whatever is good for the other side is bad.
Yeah. It's rage bait. It is. I mean, I get, like, a lot of you don't agree with me sometimes, and you run crazy wild. You say the most ridiculous things. And sometimes I get, at least for every one person says something ridiculous, one or two, I'll get somebody the next day who goes, sorry about that yesterday. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I get it. But the emotion side of it, it's not about fixing problems. It's about getting you to, if I can get you emotional about something, I can get you to act on it. If I can get you emotional about something, I can get you to vote. I can get you to get out. I can get you to do all of those things. If I can evoke an emotion out of you, I can get something out of you that you're not going to give. It's the old saying, sell the sizzle, not the steak, baby. Because once you bought the sizzle, it doesn't matter what the steak tastes like. It's too late for that now. And that's what we have, unfortunately, now. We have a lot of people out there that sell all kinds of sizzle, and behind it is very little steak. And they get everybody on cultural issues or whatever side they're playing this on. And, one side's got the harp out, and the other side's like, we're protecting the kids. And the rest of the time, nobody can afford a house. People that can afford it are still struggling. You've got a lot of people out there that are working 2 jobs now, sometime between mother and father, or just, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. They're working 4 jobs just to make ends meet, and they're frustrated. They're worried their health care is going to go up. They're worried about a lot of these things, and everybody else is focused on, wow, did you see what somebody said on the internet? Oh, angry.
So we hop from one provocation to the next and lose sight of what should matter, like making healthcare more affordable. Remember the shutdown? That was trending when it pissed you off, and it was supposed to be about what? Fighting the good fight for ACA subsidies and beyond, because affordability issues with healthcare affect everybody, not just those using the ACA and needing subsidies to do so. But where'd it go? It's gone because it doesn't work as well.
No. I want a reaction. Rage bait is the perfect reactionary phrase that's out there. I mean, even like we joke about the, I'll go online and I'll look at something and it'll be kind of ridiculous. And the first comment or two is like, this is rage bait. This is not real. This cannot be real. And some people just say stuff to piss everybody else off because they think it's funny, right? But it's also the algorithms. They feed us the things that we're asking for. Right? So if you want a fluffy kitty, you're going to get a fluffy kitty. Right? If you want a fun dog, you're going to get a fun dog. If you want somebody saying something outrageous and hateful, you're going to get that. And it's unfortunate because we're allowing the algorithms to drive way too much when it comes to what's going on. And it is frustrating. We got to be better. We do. And I know we can be. And I think at some point in time, this is, I don't want to say we're at the end of the rage bait, because I think we're at the beginning of the end, where things will calm down and it'll get less nightmarish, where we're not fighting all the time. We always talk about it here, right? Like that person or two or three in your neighborhood or community that was always angry, but that's so-and-so. Now they can connect to anybody in the world, which then, festers out. I just like having conversations. That's it. I don't like arguing over stuff because I don't think it gets anything done. If you can't debate somebody and have a conversation, it ends up being, the other night I was, last night, flipping around, getting ready for the show today, and I was watching, I don't know, it was CNN, but it was from the other day. It was Scott Jennings and like 4 or 5 other people. All 5 of them were talking at the same time for 30 seconds. I had no idea what anybody said. I'm like, who finds this entertaining? It's tough. It is. It is. All right, coming up. A lot of good stuff still to get to today. Bunch of fun stuff as well. More on the election. It is election day, Ken, just in case you didn't know.
I didn't know that.
It is election day. We got so much. By the way, there's a big case in front of SCOTUS today, which people should be paying attention to. Has to do with piracy. Not that kind of piracy, though. Talk a bit about that, among other things. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.